The following video is sponsored by Narwal. So over the years of covering robot vacuum cleaners, I have seen the mopping go from just a single mop that's dragged around to dual spinning mops, and now this with Narwal, with the Flow. The Flow here has a revolutionary mopping system, and that is Narwal's Flow Wash Track Mop. Now what this does is apply 12 newtons of pressure. It goes along this track mop, cleaning and spraying with 16 jets, 45-degree warm water to help lift up stubborn stains, but it's also cleaning itself at the same time. It is mopping with continually fresh water, as it does have dual tanks within this, so one for clean water, one for dirty. It has twin AI obstacle avoidance, and this is a system using dual RGB cameras that are able to identify over 200 different objects. It has a quad-core AI chip in there, so it can quickly identify hazards, even like pets and children, and get as close as possible to objects without sucking them up. And the vacuuming performance is also class leading with 22,000 PA of suction performance, carpet focus tech with an adaptive brush cover, and it does have fully tangle-free system with the main brush. So it's certified, in fact, that it will not tangle up with any hair, and the side brushes as well. These are tangle-free because they're using dynamic zero tangling side brushes. So it's a special design that ensures hair's not going to get stuck in them. And then the impressive base station. This is an all-in-one multifunction base station that does have AI adaptive hot water mop washing. So what it can do is select temperatures from 45 degrees Celsius right up to 80-degree hot water, depending on the stubborn stain that it has to tackle on those mops and clean. It's got AI dirt sense that we saw with the previous model, so if it detects some dirtier patches and areas, it will even be smart enough to go back and re-wash that using the Frio Mind mode. And the internal dustbin capacity is very good, up to 120 days. So what comes with the Narwal Flow? So there's some paperwork, important safety instructions, quick start guide, user manual, a spare filter, spare dustbin for the auto empty function, dustbin for inside the Flow, and a specially formulated floor cleaner and power cable. The dynamic zero tangling side brushes, you do need to install those, and they're color coded left and right, and they simply just clip into place. So no hair is going to get stuck in those at all. And the Flow Wash mopping system. So I talked about it in the intro. It's a large mopping area here. It has those 16 nozzles that are spraying 45-degree water that is actively rinsing and cleaning that mop in real time. Now for maintenance, I'll show you quickly. You've got these two tabs, purple tabs either side. So you press those in, you can lift this up, and then you just simply slot it out from the side here. So you can see now that is removed, and there are those 16 jets there that are continually spraying and washing and cleaning and rinsing the mop. So different design with this unit here. It's 95 millimeters the height of it, so it's a lot shorter than others. It can get under beds and areas which the other models cannot because of their LiDAR towers. Now it still has the LiDAR, but it's now at the rear of the unit. And this is where it is located, right here, charging contact points, and this is the full and exit nozzles there for the dual water tanks that are within the Flow. Accessing the internal dustbin of the Flow, and where the filter is, very easy, so that lifts off that lid, and then you press the little purple tab here and lift out our dustbin, and there you can easily gain access to that filter and where the dustbin is. And the all-in-one multifunction base station. So there's a lot that happens in this base station here. It has AI adaptive hot water mop washing. So it will select based on the soil type of those mops, depending on how dirty they are, anywhere from 45 degrees Celsius right up to 80. Along the top is where you will find our water tanks here. So we have the clean water and the wastewater. Very easy to remove and refill and empty those when needed. And now for my cleaning test. So first up, vacuuming performance. I got it to go around the house, map it out first. And on the hard floors, thanks to the 22,000 PA, it picked up everything that was in its path, sucked that all up, no issues. You can see cornflakes, little bits of dust and other things, all sucked up just fine, not a problem. So had to step it up. Now onto carpet. And thanks to my three helpers, Snow, Vera, and Wappo, I got some cat fur from them, some long hair from the three lovely ladies that live in the household here with me, and some dust and dirt and general things. Spread them all out over the carpet. An absolute unrealistic mess, but I wanted to make it a very difficult challenge here for the Narwhal Flow. So on first pass, it ended up sucking up quite a bit, but it did leave behind some patches you can see. Of course, this footage is sped up, so we don't have to sit through this for 10 minutes. It didn't actually take that long. And now on the second pass, which I give all robot vacuums, just to make it fair, they all get the 2 passes. It did a thorough job picking up pretty much everything. However, there is a darker patch on the carpet that I'm pointing out now. And in fact, that's a bit of a stain from some of the dirt that I put on the carpet, which was no fault here of our Narwhal Flow. So how did it fare then with the tangle-free brushes? Well, let's have a look at them. You can see here that the certified tangle-free floating roller brush, no hair in it whatsoever. Really impressed by that. And then dynamic zero tangling side brushes. Well, nothing as well. So it does work. It really is certified tangle-free, and that is by SGS. And I've had the previous model and I've used it for months on end. No hair stuck in it either, ever. And then I wanted to push the mopping performance because I have to, of course, really test out the Flow Wash mopping system. And with this, I have coffee that's baked on, caked on to the floor, and because it's applying 12 newton meters of downwards pressure, basically going along and scrubbing it, so it's simulating that effect of you going and scrubbing the floor, it did a very good job. You can see the first pass right now, and remember, it's got those 16 jets that are spraying the warm water, that 45-degree warm water onto the track mopping roller system here, and it's doing an excellent job, and it's scraping at the same time the dirt off. So on the second pass, looking impressively clean. Everything is spotless there. I can't see any coffee. Those little tiny black dots, well, those are chips in the tiles that were there to start with. And when you turn it over, flip over the machine and take a look at the mop, even after cleaning coffee, it's surprisingly clean, which is excellent. Now, another great thing that the Flow Wash mopping system does have is reach. So 99% of the corners it can access with the side brushes, but also the mop, because that does extend out, which is great. Now, it can go up edges if you have a different level in your floor. Perhaps you're crossing different tiles or carpet zones. It can handle 4 centimeters there, and it also does have quite a low profile to it. So it's just 95 millimeters the height, ensuring it can get under lower beds and furniture without any issues. Plus, the mop has an auto lift function. So this means that when it's going over carpet, cleaning that carpet, it'll lift that mop up and get it out of the way so it's not touching your carpet or your mats. And then the Twin AI Dodge Obstacle Avoidance. This is a system that uses dual RGB cameras, can detect 200 plus objects, and it can even detect things that are moving in front of it because it's real-time obstacle avoidance. For example, pets. If cats get a little too close to it, it will detect that, or children, and stop and change its path. Now, for my obstacle avoidance test, it's a sports shoe, Type-C USB cable, some socks, and a child's toy. Now, the Narwhal Flow had no issues going around these, avoiding those objects, and I was impressed at its performance in doing so. And it can get quite close, so 5 to 10 centimeters, and it will apply bypass strategy there to go around those things. And it's a very quick machine at identifying those objects. And you can see in the application that it will even show them in the app. They show up what it's detected there and what type of obstacle it is. So if it's shoes, it'll show the little shoe icon there and so forth. So it did a great job there, the AI obstacle avoidance. Finally, once it's done all of its cleaning, its mopping, its vacuuming, it goes back into the all-in-one multifunction base station. So this is where it will go in and it will clean the mop. Now, if it does detect that it's very soiled, the mop, it will apply temperature because it's using that, what I talked about before, and that's the AI adaptive hot water mop washing. So this will select 45 degrees Celsius or up to 80, depending on how stubborn that stain is. We'll clean it thoroughly. So you can see the mop here before I put it into the machine, and I'll give you a very quick sample of what it's like when it starts to clean those mops.
Mop washing started.
And once it's cleaned them, it's going to kill all the bacteria. It's also got UV sterilization in there as well, and it will dry the mops at 40 degrees Celsius. And when I did check later with the mop, it looked extremely clean, and applying a paper towel, there was no moisture to it at all after letting it dry on the standard drying mode. And my test here to check the auto empty function, you can see inside the dustbin after that carpet cleaning test that it's full of hair. It's got a lot of dirt in there, completely full. So I went back into the dock, and again, another sample of what that is like.
Dust collection will start soon.
So it sounds just like you turning on a normal vacuum, but I wanted to check the result. Was the dustbin completely empty, or was there any blockages? No. I had a look inside that dustbin, and it is completely free of hair and any dust, so it did an excellent job there. So all up, I'm really impressed here with the mopping performance from the Narwal Flow. And if you are interested in knowing more, getting yourself one of these, please do check the link in the description of this video. And thank you so much for watching.